Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust from the Capital Region's leading experts in real estate and all related fields. From the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty, this is the talk show that will help you save and make the most when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, The Property Shop, John Bevilacqua.
Good morning. Good morning. We are live. Good morning, Johnny. What's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on outside? Looks better than I thought.
It's all right. We got Matt Moore here from Moore Insurance Services in Clifton Park.
All right.
We were just talking. It's just so gray, and it's like,
I know.
What, London, England, we were saying?
Seattle, maybe.
Seattle?
Yeah, I'm looking at the extended weather forecast on the computer here.
Now,
the best day will be Tuesday.
That's what we said, so we got to wait till Tuesday. Matt just got back from Florida, so he's all tan again. I told him I'm going to have to borrow some.
Monday might be okay, too.
Some vitamin D and
10% chance of rain.
10%?
Yeah.
On Monday, Tuesday?
Monday and Tuesday,
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's not slowing down the real estate market. I was just telling, Matt was asking me how's business. I said, look, considering where we're at in the market right now, we had the spring uptick. Nothing like... like we're normally used to, like it used to be. I mean, man, it's like it used to be. It was only a couple of years ago.
Oh man.
The interest rates, are still keeping us on our toes, to say the least. They're going to drop them. They're going to raise them. They're going to keep them the same. I don't know. Who knows? It's federal government. It's an election year, right? Need I say more?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, listen, Matt and I got a good show coming up for you guys. The goal of the show is to bring everybody that's listening. I mean, hey, this is a live stream show, so you could take our real estate tips, insurance tips, pretty much anywhere in the world because we stream live. But the goal of the show is bring everybody that listens to the show the most up-to-date real estate information, tips, tricks, insurance hacks, whatever it is, to give you guys the best information and be successful when buying or selling the place you call home.
Right.
Been doing it for 20 years. Matt's been doing insurance for
20 years.
20 years. A lot of experience in this room. So, hey, we're not bragging. We're just applying for the job of earning your business. So, with that being said, this is a call-in show, guys. 518-476. Brother Lou would be mad at me. 518-476-5900. Give us a call. We got Matt on for a half an hour. We're going to be talking about the insurance claim process. Now, we got into this on the last show. We got cut off because of time, which pretty much always happens. So we want to continue that conversation. And I had something else. We're going to take a spot break really quick. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and then Matt and I are going to be back. We're going to hit some insurance topics, especially the claims process.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
It's John Tesh. If you're thinking of selling your home, let me take the stress out of deciding which agent to hire. In the Capital Region, the agent I recommend is John Bevilacqua, founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty at the Property Shop. So for 2 decades, John has helped more than 2,500 families buy and sell the place they call home. That's a solid track record, one that's backed up by dozens of 5-star reviews. Hello. In fact, John is so confident in his marketing system to attract the right buyer for your home that he guarantees to sell it at a price and deadline you agreed to, or he's going to buy it himself for cash. And he provides that guarantee in writing. The agent I trust is John Bevilacqua, and he's the agent you should trust too. His name is his promise. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So write this number down. It's 518-957-SOLD. That's easy. 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. I love that one. JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com, and you'll get your home sold guaranteed.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
Okay, we're back, guys. I remember what it was that Matt and I really wanted to tackle.
All right.
We talked about the earthquake, right? We talked about all these natural disasters. Now, Matt brought something to attention. Now, Matt, obviously, is there coverage for earthquakes around here? Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Typically, there's no coverage for any sort of earth movement.
Right, earth movement.
Right.
And it's funny you ask. I've had a few clients actually reach out to me, and more wondering nothing in terms of damage being done, but they were just wondering, if this were to happen again, is there coverage in the policy?
Yeah,
And
what happens?
the short answer is there's no coverage for that. Typically, there's no coverage for that.
Okay.
So then the next question they'd ask would be,
Yeah.
can we get the coverage?
Right.
And I called a few of my companies, and they don't even have.
They don't offer it.
They don't offer it. It's never been an issue here.
Yeah.
In New York State, so the forms aren't even there. There may be some companies that do offer it, but
Yeah.
the few I spoke to didn't even have it. And when I spoke to them, the underwriters certainly sounded like this was on repeat. I'm sure there was plenty
They've
of us
heard it
calling
before,
in and
yeah.
asking because
Okay.
of this situation. But I thought I read somewhere that they don't think this is going to increase our seismic activity moving forward. So
Right.
I
Right.
don't, but not that I want to go into the earthquake rabbit hole here, but in California, is it more common for insurance companies to cover earthquake?
typically, yeah, it's places like that will have the forms
Yeah.
Right.
to put it on. You got to
Right.
pay for it, but
Yeah.
probably one of the big reasons why California is in such a tough state
Yeah.
right now with insurance. A lot of companies are pulling out. State Farm actually pulled out of.
They did?
for homes. Yeah,
Wow.
the whole state.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, we covered that last show, how New York
Ooh.
State's kind of squeezing
Yeah.
the insurance companies, too.
makes it tough. Makes it
Yeah.
tough for them to to make money in certain states, and
Mm-hmm.
when the state doesn't allow them to take the rates that they need.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just
Can't
to
make
pull
money.
out, and then the competition goes down because
Right.
you're limited to the amount of companies that you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, earthquakes aside, windstorms are a reality, right? We
Correct.
did have some funky weather over the past couple weeks.
Boy, did
I
we.
know you had said the windstorm that we had maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I think it was like 3 Saturdays ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was just that combination of wind,
Yeah.
ice, and then snow, heavy snow.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
just got
yeah.
hit with things that, mostly just cause trees to fall down. They fall down on your fence, on your house.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the biggest thing. You got the fascia or the roof getting pulled up because of the wind. So, yeah, I had a lot of people calling in and having to file claims.
Yeah.
So, but that's to be expected.
Sure.
That's to be so getting into this though. So the claims process, how does it start? What do you tell people? When the phone rings, like, hey, listen, I just had a tree fall on my pool.
Yep.
What do I do now?
The most important thing that I tell people is, first off, find out, is it a claim you want to submit? Most people have, say, $1,000 deductible.
Okay.
If it's under $1,000, you don't want to submit it, because once we called into the company, it's on there,
Right.
Whether it's a zero payout or not. So there's an occurrence
Oh,
that
I
the
see.
company
Okay.
sees.
So it counts.
It counts. It does. Some companies don't count zero payouts, some do. And our goal as an independent agent with 12 companies to quote from is, if we want to quote you out in the future and get you some better pricing, we want to make sure we're not doing anything that's going to hurt you from a price standpoint. So
Right.
I always tell people, find out if you can get bids first and see what the pricing is. Even if it's a little over the deductible, I always recommend not doing it, because what happens inevitably is you have a larger claim down the road.
Yeah.
And then you think to yourself at that point, I would have never filed this small claim if I knew this bigger one's coming.
Right. So
So-
that's good. You're right. That's good to know.
It's kind of like the fender bender in the mall parking lot, right?
Yep.
You don't want to claim it
Yeah,
because
yeah. How bad
the
is
damage
it?
isn't
Correct.
worth enough.
Can I fix it cheap? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's ultimately always up to the client, though. If they want to put it in, we'll submit it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So let's say it's a real claim, right? Let's say, like I said, the tree fell into the pool and
Yep.
you got tens of thousands of dollars worth.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Yeah, say a tree fell on your home or fell on
Yeah.
the fence. That was the biggest one. When the fence is on the home.
Yep.
You know, one of the
because fences are like $15,000 these days.
I
insane.
had someone. I had a tree on it from a client a few weeks ago. Just it damaged like 9 sections of their fence. You know, that adds up to be a lot of money when you're throwing the installation part of it and having to purchase the fence. And, So
materials alone.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So what do? You tell, documentation, right?
Yeah, you gotta, I always say document, no matter what you do, you know, whenever you get a home insurance, whoever it's with, I always tell people to document. You know, we all have smartphones now. It's really easy to do that. So, you know, if you, it's your responsibility as the policyholder to mitigate the claim. So if you have damage to the roof, you really got to try to tarp it, get it dried out, start to fix it. So the documentation is important, because if you start to fix it before an adjuster gets out there, at least you have the documentation as to how it looked prior and what happened. So
Matt, I have a question.
Sure.
And it's something that I would do is like if I had that kind of like a tree come down on a section of the house and destroyed it, you know, who knows how much damage was done. But my first question is, who do I call now to put a tarp on this or do something?
Yeah, that's a great. And that's that can be a tough.
Who do I call first?
You call me first,
okay,
to figure out if it's something we want to put through insurance. Because if we deem it to be necessary, we want to get that in as soon as possible.
In the meantime, all this rain and snow is pouring in the house.
I know.
I got to stop it. And I call you first, anyway?
And you're not the only person calling that roofer to come out and
right.
do it. So you're not that they're going to deny the claim or anything. It's just
right.
They want you to do your best to get it mitigated and not have it get any worse and have more water enter the home or have mold to start.
So you're saying it's up to the homeowner.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even the adjusters don't even really recommend contractors. So
I guess you couldn't.
Yeah. So that's something, you know.
Because it becomes a conflict, I would think, if you're recommending the contractor and he decides like, hey, I'm going to charge you $50,000 for a $5,000 job.
Then they're going to blame you.
Well, in New York State, for both home and owner, you can choose whatever contractor you want to go with.
Because you guys are fighting fraud all the time, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be a huge...
But the main thing is to document the damage right away.
Always.
Document.
It's so easy nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With the cell phone, sure.
And even lists, right? Like lists of damaged items.
If you have contents issues or you have a fire or something like that, I always tell people, again, document before. When you when the policy gets written, walk through your house with a video camera and show that 75-inch TV you have.
Yeah.
All the nice clothes and the beds and all the stuff that, you know, if it ever goes up in flames, not that they're not going to cover it, it just makes it smooth and it makes it quicker.
Yeah.
The goal of a claim is to get it done and get it paid out as quick as possible.
Yeah, right. So.
Unfortunately, I went through that. I earned the nickname Torch in right after college.
Not you.
Yeah, our college house went up in flames, and luckily we had renter's insurance.
Yep. Okay, right.
And
that's good.
I mean, the whole process was going through like literally every shirt you own, every
it can be daunting.
It's
really
daunting, and you know, some of the stuff was salvageable. So we brought some stuff to the dry cleaner. Dry cleaner came it back, just couldn't get the soot and smoke smell out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, like the insurance companies, you know, they're crossing all their T's, right? So they're making sure that whatever you're claiming is truly damaged. So it was difficult, but I did learn a lesson there. Renter's insurance is a real thing, right? I mean, forget about homeowners.
I always had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and most landlords require it, and still no one takes
and it's
it.
only
it's
$10-15 a month.
It's so cheap.
It really is.
Yeah.
One of the smartest things
cheap.
we probably did.
It is cheap, and that's why I got it when I was much younger and renting. You know, when you're young, you're renting an apartment or something somewhere, and you know, was always one of the. I haven't done many smart things in my life, but that was one of them. That was one of them.
Lessons learned, Johnny.
I never needed it. I never used it, but I mean, it was there.
I always say you never want to find out you don't have coverage at the time of a claim.
At the time of a claim. Yeah, that's 100% true. So really, like, I mean, kind of recap here because we're getting close to the break. First call's to Matt, right? And understanding that having somebody like Matt on your side that knows the process, knows what he's doing.
Right.
He's not a gecko. He's not some guy named Jake. Like this is a real dude that knows what he's doing when it comes to the claims process, because that's when you need him the most. Writing the policies and him recommending is great. That's easy stuff. I shouldn't say it's easy, but it's not the brass tacks phone call like, hey, there's something majorly wrong right now, and we need your help. So call him, Matt, getting everything documented, coming up with a claims list, for the damages for everything that's happened to the particular claim. And like John says, what do you do now? The tree's in my living room. I got water pouring in.
Yeah.
How do we mitigate this? Right.
Yeah.
And then figure out what to do to mitigate. So when we come back, we got like 5 or 6 more tips here on the claims process. We got Matt Moore from Moore Insurance Services of Clifton Park. Call in show 476-5900. Give us a call after break if you got a call, question for Matt or for me on the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Real Estate Talk Show.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking with us. We're back. I'm sitting here with Matt Moore from Moore Insurance Services of Clifton Park. We're talking about claims. Hey, I do want to talk to you guys. We are getting, into this spring market here. So, I know we've hit it on other shows, but our VIP Home Hunter service couldn't come in a better time. And listen, there's low inventory right now. There's not a lot of properties on the market. As you guys know, the VIP Home Hunter system is designed to get you guys in front of the best deals that don't hit the market, the unlisted homes, off-market properties, bank foreclosures, company-owned properties. Pretty much anything constitutes a good deal that hits my desk or my agent's desk before they go onto the MLS because Zillow's great to some extent, but you can't buy a house from a website. You need to be working with a pro. You need to be working with somebody that can get you these deals before they hit the market. So you're beating out buyers to the hot properties. You're not going into multiple bidding wars. And just give us a call, 476. I'm giving the call-in number, 957-SOLD at 518-957-7653. But if you do want to call in, 476-5900. Give us a call. We're talking about claims. So, Matt.
We are here. Yes.
What about policy coverages for, like John covered, trees in the living room. We're putting the tarp in. We're not sleeping here, right? So how does that all work?
If you cannot...
you can't occupy the house.
If you can't.
That's my house. When the house burned down, we were gone. We weren't sleeping there. We're literally it was January. The news came. We made the
January
news.
Was
middle of January.
That's the stuff you want to make the news for,
because we burned down a historic property, right? So that the news was there. There's a big deal, and we're standing out with the fireman blankets on us, going, all right, now what do we do?
Right. So there's coverages built into basically every homeowner / renter's policy that will cover, hotel stays, apartment, if it's going to be long enough to where, it's a total loss and you got to, 6 months, 8 months, a year.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
There's coverage for that. There's coverage for food initially before you can get yourself settled in. So that's built right into just about every policy.
Good.
Okay.
So it's not something you have to worry about. But again, it's something you want to make sure you have.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
But going back to communications so I guess you're still in the mix to some extent though, right, Matt? And then the homeowner has to work with the insurance company directly.
Correct. So what they'll do is after they decide that they want to submit the claim, we can call it in for them, or they can call it in directly. Some people like to do it themselves. Some people want us to do it. At that point, an adjuster will reach out to them. And then that's where they really start working, to start solving any problem that they may have. So the adjuster is the person they'll do with the whole time during the process of the claim, whether it's small or large. I always tell people, if there's any issues, no one's perfect. No adjuster's perfect. No company's perfect. If there's ever issues, they're not getting back to you, or something's not being covered the way you want, call me. I always tell people, do not let it get to be a problem. Reach out to me, because I have direct contact with all the adjusters and companies and the underwriters and everybody and anybody we need to help get, whatever needs to be solved. Right. So it's important to not wait, and get upset. Call me, ask me to reach out. I haven't heard back from adjuster John in a long time, or in a couple of weeks. I'd like to know what's going on. Typically, I'll reach out to them and they'll get back right away. So
I would think it's a good idea to going back to documentation of keeping track of these calls, emails, right? Like just paper trail for the most part.
Because they do.
Right.
The adjusters do, and they typically keep really good records and documentation themselves. So the more you document, the more you can say, hey, I reached out, I presented this to them, I presented that. It's always going to help out in the long run.
Do they challenge that sometimes?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
No. I mean, they're typically, the contract is the policy. So the coverages are really right in the contract. So gray areas do happen. And that's where I can get involved and help out. And I've gotten things done. I've gotten the claims that were maybe partially paid. I've gotten full replacement on it because I called them up and really push for it. So that's the benefit of an independent agent like myself versus going to like one of the direct writers, the Geicos, or you're not going to have that representation for you when a problem occurs. So it's really important. I really believe that. So
the adjuster comes in now. Is he going to price out the claim? Like, is that
correct?
Like his main job?
Yeah. So what they typically do is I always tell people, unless you know the contractor, introduce your contractor to the adjuster. Let them deal with it.
Really?
Let them go back and forth and kind of. It just you've got a lot on your plate as the insured at that point. You had a loss at your home, a lot of bad things going on. So take one thing.
The last thing you want to do is GC the thing. Right?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be negotiating price. You don't want to be talking to your general contractor and then relaying his message to your adjuster. So if and when, I always tell people, let them deal with it directly.
Now, who's responsible for paying the third party? Right. So does the homeowner get the check to pay the contractor? Like, how does that?
It all depends.
It depends.
It all depends.
Okay.
If you say, well, the check will have the bank on it. If there's a mortgage on the property and it's a big enough claim, it'll have to be co-signed by the bank.
Okay.
But I always tell people just work with the adjuster. Work with the contractor. They'll make the check out directly to the contractor and the bank, and that makes it super easy.
Now, what if you don't know the contractor? I mean, you just go with it, right?
What was that, John?
What if you don't know who the contractor was?
Well, you would definitely know because you're the one who's having them do it. It's not really assigned by an adjuster. So you're the one hiring the contractor, and there are like contractors out there that are loss mitigation contractors.
Okay.
So you're always going to be involved in that. But then at that point, I would tell people to basically, if you've got an XYZ contracting to do it, and you feel comfortable with that person, I would then have them try to work with the adjuster, let them price things out because it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of supplementals. Meaning you give an initial claim, initial price, and then you got to make some changes.
And this is the pain in the butt part because they're going to recommend you to get multiple estimates. I would assume, right? The rule of thumb is getting.
Yeah, you don't have to, but my recommendation is be comfortable with the contractor you're using. I know you're a little bit uneasy because of a claim, but at the same time, you don't want to just get it done quick.
This has got to be a phone call for a friend of Johnny B.
Who we got?
Hey, caller.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is Luigi.
Hey, what's up, Luigi?
Luigi.
Well, I got an apartment in the house.
Okay.
And I get to these bums, and they come in and they rent. And then they make a mess and they leave. What do I got to do? Can I sue them? I can't get them out. You got like a squatter's insurance?
I don't know.
That's a good question. And we're kind of running short on time here, but what do you guys think?
No, we don't have anything for that, unfortunately. There's no insurance for squatters. And New York State's pretty pretty friendly to.
It's crazy though, the squatter issue that's going on right now in the country, right? I mean, you guys know about
that's
this.
a bigger problem.
It is a big problem actually, because there's actually social media sites for squatters where they're identifying vacant houses for people to
Unbelievable.
So it you know.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess you're kind of screwed with a squatter.
Yeah, I came back from Florida where when they were down there, DeSantis had signed into law a something for against squatters, letting the homeowners have a lot more power.
Well, that's good, because the way the direction this state's going with this whole no good cause eviction is well, we're not going to get into that, but we are going to hear from our sponsors right now, and we do want to thank Matt, because Matt just signed up for sponsor of the show, so he is
look forward to being back on.
He is official, baby. So we're going to hear a commercial break. Matt's commercials are going to start running next week, and we're going to wrap up the show right after this break.
Appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home. Call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guarantee radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys.
Hey, just to wrap it up
got about a minute here, a little more.
Matt Moore Insurance Services of Clifton Park, sitting here, did a great show on the claims process. I think the biggest takeaway, Matt, I think telling people that the claims process is a process, right? So being patient is really got to be part of it, correct?
Yeah, depending on the size of the claim, it can take a while.
Yeah.
Be patient, use your resources, use me as a resource. Mm-hmm. Super important. And like you said, take your time.
Take your time.
It's really important.
And if push comes to shove, there is legal assistance for.
Yeah, you can get a public adjuster.
Yeah.
For larger claims, if you want that a public adjuster will know the policy inside and out.
Yep.
And fight for you. Mm-hmm. They typically take a percentage of the total claim payout as their payment.
Yeah.
So yeah, use them too. If it's big enough, it's certainly worth it.
It's worth it. Okay.
Absolutely.
So be patient. Seek help if you need it. You still have Matt on your side, from the perspective of being your agent and helping you with the policy. And that's it. Any other closing thoughts?
No, just reach out to me. Give me a call. You can call me at 518-280-1452, or the website's moreinsurancesvc.com.
Awesome.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome. Hey, boy, we're not done yet. Hold on, man. Listen, I got a couple pitches here, man. So if you guys are either looking to trade up, trade down in a house, or looking for the right investment, you're looking to get an instant cash offer on your house in your time frame at your price, reach out to us, 518-957-SOLD. That's 518-957-7653. Want to thank Matt again from Moore Insurance Services of Clifton Park. Don't forget to tune in next Saturday. We got a great guest coming in. I think I know who it is. I'm not sure yet. We're going to confirm it. It's going to be a great show.
All right.
You guys have a great Saturday. Johnny G, thanks again. And we're signing out.
The Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show is presented by Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, the property shop. Join broker and founder John Bevilacqua every Saturday morning at 8:30 to hear about the latest real estate trends here in the capital region, where to find the best mortgage rates, home insurance, home warranties, and more. To speak to John about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment. 518-957-SOLD. That's 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. That's JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com.